Welcome Maurice, and welcome to another watch review. Here is the Tudor Black Bay 41, and here are the dimensions. It has a case diameter of 41mm, lug to lug of 50mm, a lug width of 22mm, and a thickness of 11.2mm. The watch has 150 meters of water resistance thanks to a screw down crown with a power reserve of 38 hours. The Tudor Black Bay 41 bears the Tudor design language. It's easily recognizable as a Tudor watch at a glance, featuring the signature snowflake hands, chamfered lugs, and a clasp that forms the silhouette of the Tudor shield. In terms of watches in the Tudor family, it's not something that stands out. It fits in well, but it's because of these ties that allow it to stand out against watches in a similar category. When thinking about simple, three-hand, time-only watches, we usually envision numerals, applied indices, or stick hour markers with slim hour and minute hands. But on the Black Bay 41, we get a layout that resembles the likes of a dive watch, even down to the snowflake handset and generous lume. It's not something you usually see. It's rather unique. It's different, but it works. If you slapped on a timing bezel, it could transform into a dive watch, but there's a charm that comes with the Black Bay 41. It doesn't need a bezel. It's everything we love about a simple three-hand watch with dive watch elements. Its shape makes it classic and classy, while the dial gives it a sporty edge. Most watches it's compared to will have lume added sparsely to try and make them feel sporty, but the Black Bay 41 doesn't dabble into that grey area. It fully commits to it, making it functional and aesthetically pleasing. It's the best of both worlds, a truly versatile timepiece and one to be considered for a one-watch collection. The ink black dial, coupled with minimal text, helps to give it a dressy spin, while providing the perfect canvas for the hour markers to pop with the strong contrast between black and white, making the watch extremely legible. The polished hour markers and hands which border the lume elevate the visual experience of the watch and tie in well with the polished bezel and chamfering on the lugs. This combination is emphasized by the predominantly brushed case, allowing the polished finish to shine, highlighting details which catch the eye. You won't get any surprises with this watch. It is as it presents, appearing black in all situations, giving you a consistent experience in all settings. The bracelet is simple, with a brushed and polished finish, and doesn't take away from the watch head. It's an appropriate style choice, which complements the case and keeps the timepiece understated. Being a larger watch, the female end links help with wearability and comfort, wrapping around the wrist easily. The polished sides of the links flow with the polished flanks of the case and transition nicely into the clasp, which does have added polished details, making the silhouette of the shield more pronounced, demonstrating well thought out engineering and design. The clasp has 3 points of micro adjustment, making it easy to find the perfect fit, and it has ceramic balls for increased longevity. On paper, the 22mm lug width seems excessively wide, but when looking at the watch as a whole, this choice of dimension becomes clear. The lug width makes the watch seem more proportionate and in line with its 41mm case. Anything less may give the lugs an exaggerated taper, which could disrupt the balanced appearance of the case. The lug to lug is quite lengthy at 50mm, making the Black Bay 41 more appropriate for those with larger wrists. However, the female end links do help with wearability. The crown is large, making operation of the caliber T600 a smooth experience. The movement is reliable and robust, and although the power reserve of 38 hours is rather low in today's standard, its disposition as a daily watch helps to alleviate this issue with regular wear. Regardless, it would be interesting to see an updated version of the watch in the near future, and perhaps see a downsized 39mm version, much like the Tudor Ranger. All hour markers and hands are loomed, giving the timepiece added utility, and is to be expected given the dial choice. On the wrist, the watch wears much better than the camera suggests, but like I said before, I recommend this watch to those with larger wrists. The thickness of the watch, thanks to the flat crystal, helps it wear slimmer, and the bracelet doesn't present any hotspots. However, being a wider construction, the taper from 22mm to 18mm brings an inherently larger clasp, which can feel bulky at times. Overall, it's a comfortable wearing experience, and when glancing at the watch, the combination of a diving dial and classic sporty case are pleasant to look at, which is something I do a lot when wearing this watch. The watch as a whole simply feels cohesive. Who would have thought a diving dial would feel at home on a bezel-less watch? The watch wears as the dimensions state, which can be a negative for some, but a positive for others. All the elements work well with each other, and the watch comes together nicely. It's a great contender for a one-watch collection and gives you a little bit of everything Tudor has to offer. If you're looking for a one-and-done watch, this may be the one for you. Let me know what you think about the watch in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more watch content. I'll see you in the next one.